the best ever. Knock him out with one punch like that. You'd be like, oh man, have you seen this Jake Paul dude coming up? He's for real. Because nothing about watching him fight, to me, screams like he's in over his head. Nothing. He looks like a real boxer.
It won't be much different. I think he done well bringing in the right sparring partners. It shows his intent, his focus, his team, what they're trying to do and getting ready for people that come close and throw hooks, and like Sanchez, someone like a Coley who boxes at distance.
Joe Rogan is surprised after seeing Jake Paul knock out a heavyweight with just one punch. He points out how quick and sharp Jake looks in the ring, especially his non-stop footwork and hard-to-catch movement. Rogan explains that this isn't fear. It's a smart plan that uses movement to stay safe and tire out bigger fighters. The leaked sparring clips show Jake moving around constantly, which makes sense when getting ready to face a dangerous fighter like Anthony Joshua.
Afterwards, you could spar with him. I guarantee you could spar with him. And then just touch your face, just to let you know. Like, you would have been knocked out, but I just touched your face. Just going to touch you a little bit. Move around. You can't touch me. I touch you. Here's a feint, and then it's coming at you. And if he's kicking, you're fucked. But even if he's just using his hands, if you're like some streamer, he wouldn't hurt you. But Sean Strickland's a different animal. Sean Strickland has, he's got this fucking man code, and he believes in it. Like, you got to get your ass kicked every now and then. He spars all the time, spars constantly. And if you agree to get in there with him, you're essentially agreeing to let him beat the fuck out of you, because you don't really have a chance. Like, you have no chance. But in Sean's defense, when he lost to Alex Pereira, one of the first things he did was go to Connecticut to Glover Teixeira's gym where Alex trains and train with him. When he was training with Alex Pereira, he was light sparring. So this is fucking light. Find the video of Sean Strickland training with Alex Pereira, because he's smart. Because you can't, that guy's not sneako. You can't just tool off. That guy already knocked you out. Like, Pereira knocked him out in the first round. He hit him with a left hook and then a right hand as he was going down.
Joe Rogan reacts to a sparring clip where Jake drops his opponent to one knee. He points out Jake's strong looping punches, especially his overhand right. Rogan says Jake's size, athletic ability, and natural power are easy to see. He also notes that Jake hasn't fully mastered the body twist and rotation used by top boxers and sometimes throws punches with just his arms. Even so, Jake is still very effective in the ring.
I mean, that was a full force shot to the temple. I mean, he's Fucksville right now. So they wipe off his gloves, but you look at him like he's really feeling it right now.
Jake's strength and power have been growing over time. His coach says these moments aren't rare. In training, Jake often controls his sparring sessions. He shows that a smaller, faster fighter with strong punches can challenge bigger opponents. This matters because many fighters underestimate shorter, quicker rivals. The sparring videos prove this, showing Jake landing clean shots, staying aggressive, and keeping even skilled partners on defense.
Get out the wagon, what is you saying? 'Cause I am not playing it. This isn't back in the day again.
It's been good. Mikey. Better watch out, buddy. Don't charge at me, buddy. I got dynamite.
He's dominated from day one with heavyweights, and I don't mean just random heavyweights. I mean heavyweights that are ranked in the top 25, if not top 15 in the world, and he's dominating them.
Joe Rogan points out that Jake Paul has grown a lot physically, not just in skill and power. When Jake first started boxing, he weighed about 182 pounds. Now he is expected to weigh between 215 and 220 pounds. This added size comes with more strength and experience. Rogan says that having power, size, and ring experience makes Jake a much tougher opponent than before. Every fight helps him learn how to face different styles and stronger fighters.
Fixed, Jake Paul would not survive 45 seconds.
I don't know about that. I think it would take a few rounds.
Really?
But yeah, first of all, Jake is a lot bigger. Jake's a lot bigger.
But what weight would they fight
Well,
at?
I don't think Jake is getting anywhere lower than 205 pounds. He's a huge guy.
Jake's improvement hasn't gone unnoticed. Rogan continues to show him respect, even when many critics do not. Some fans and commentators dismiss Jake because he started as a YouTube star. Rogan says that labels shouldn't take away from what Jake has done in the ring. If Jake didn't have that image, his wins would be praised more fairly. His 121 professional record with 7 stoppage wins shows the skill and power he brings to boxing.
this perspective. If Jake Paul wasn't Jake Paul, if he wasn't this YouTube guy, he was just a boxer, and you see a boxer knock out the former UFC welterweight champion, not just the former, but one of the best ever, knock him out with one punch like that, you'd be like, oh man, have you seen this Jake Paul dude coming up? He's fucking for real. Because nothing about watching him fight, to me, screams like he's in over his head. Nothing. He looks like a real boxer. He looks like a real boxer. He doesn't look like a guy who's attempting boxing. That's the difference. The feints, the foot movement, the way he lands shots. He fights like a boxer. He doesn't fight like a guy who's trying to box in a celebrity boxing match. He fights like a boxer.
No, because
if he wasn't that guy, I'm saying if he wasn't that big YouTube star, and you just saw him as a boxing contender, you'd be like, that dude's got dynamite in his hands.
Jake Paul's public image also makes him stand out. He often acts in ways that upset critics and rivals because he feels his hard work isn't respected. Even with doubt from the public, his record is impressive for someone who started boxing only a few years ago. His athletic skills, smart planning, and showmanship help turn every win into proof that he belongs in boxing. His strong confidence, sometimes seen as too much, makes people split in opinion, but it also shows how much he believes in his training and ability.
With that one punch, or obviously he has a lot of power punches. If you get caught, of course, he's gonna defeat you, but I don't believe he can land those punches. And he lands them on the bigger, slower guys who are sitting right in front of him. Everyone's like, did you see Francis Ngannou, what he did to Francis Ngannou? It's like the guy's feet stuck in mud. He's just sitting there, didn't do anything, and just got fucking nailed with a big-ass shot.
Yeah,
So
you have to admire how deluded Jake Paul is, innit? You have to.
If I get hit with that
Shay,
shot,
if the 17 streak, appreciate you. You have to admire
I don't
him.
believe he's going to hit me with those shots.
Anthony Joshua has recognized Jake's serious training. One important part of Jake's work is choosing his sparring partners. He trains with top heavyweight fighters who all have different styles. This helps him learn the division better and adjust his own skills. Facing many styles prepares Jake for the surprises of real fights, building both his stamina and his ability to think fast in the ring.
Jake sparring some really, really big dudes in preparation for this fight.
Yeah.
How would that differ from when you fight him on Fight Night on Netflix this Friday, December 19th?
It won't be much different. I think he done well bringing in the right sparring partners. It shows his intent, his focus, his team, what they're trying to do and getting ready for people that come close and throw hooks in like Sanchez, someone like a Coley who boxes at distance, Anderson who's awkward, and maybe other people that we haven't even seen. But I think it'll be good preparation for the real thing on Friday.
Okay.
The upcoming fight between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua has sparked a lot of talk among boxing experts. Spencer Oliver, speaking on TalkSport, asked if the fight could end in a surprise, comparing it to the FA Cup, where anything can happen. This shows the excitement around the match and reminds fans that in boxing, good planning and strategy can sometimes matter more than reputation or past wins.
Disney star turned YouTube boxer, and now he gets the opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua. The crazy world we live in, but we will all watch it for sure.
Yeah, that's true. You feel a bit like rubbernecking, but you can't help it. I mean, from Anthony Joshua's point of view, so if he dances around him, everybody's going to feel shortchanged. If he sort of knocks him out after two punches, I don't know. I don't know what the expectation is of the audience, really.
Yeah, do you know what it is, Paul? I think that for Anthony Joshua, from his side of things, look, he's been out in the ring since that defeat to Daniel Dubois back in September. And for Anthony Joshua, it's all about going through the motions and getting back into the swing of things, getting back to winning ways. We know that he was going to. We now know that he was going to box November the 22nd in an 8-rounder against a top 100 fighter. This opportunity's come up and he goes from probably earning $1 million to $70 million. What would you do? You'd go for this because he's going to go through the same motions. He's going to get in the dressing rooms, have his hand wrapped, get warmed up, do that ring walk, get into the ring, smell the arena. That's what it's all about for Anthony Joshua, getting back into winning ways, getting rid of some of that ring rust. Then I believe we see him obviously again in the ring, probably in February time, something like that, against a much better caliber of opponent. And then before he moves on and boxes Tyson Fury, the news that broke, we expect Tyson Fury sometime in September. So the roadmap is very much mapped out for Anthony Joshua, but he's got to take care of things here against Jake Paul. I mean, what is Jake Paul thinking, by the way? Yeah. I mean, it's slightly delusional, isn't it? Because does he really believe that he can win here against Anthony Joshua?
Well,
I
he
mean,
does.
talking the talk, but
I mean, yeah, I think he's talking. Spencer, I think he's talking. I think he knows.
But is it like the FA Cup, Spencer, where a minnow could upset a giant? Is there a chance he could?
right, Andy, I'm going to give it to you straight, mate. And this is in one simple word: no.
Jake Paul has been training with some of the toughest heavyweights. Facing fighters at this level forces him to adjust to different styles, sharpen his reflexes, and build power and stamina. These hard sparring sessions give him a real feel for elite competition and help him get ready both mentally and physically for top pro opponents.
Jake Paul is being dwarfed by these way bigger heavyweights like Jared Anderson, Frank Sanchez, and Lawrence Okolie. Okolie is like 6'4.5", 6'5", and these guys are like 6'3", 6'4", probably. So now Jake Paul is the one that's smaller. So first of all, I will give credit to Jake Paul. Clearly, he's a person who is taking his career seriously. These are quality sparring. I mean, a real boxer, because people say he's not a real boxer, but a real boxer would be using the same guys in their sparring camp. In fact, I just told you Joshua used Lawrence Okolie. I don't know if he sparred with Anderson or Frank Sanchez, but these are all regular ranked heavyweights. So credit to Jake Paul for that. And, I mean, he's going to need it. Joshua is a different breed to, like, you know, a Mike Perry when it comes to boxing. Different frame, different size. In case you didn't believe me, right? Jake Paul, this is what MVP Promotions posted. So Jake Paul, top sparring, right? Heavyweights. And here's some pictures of Joshua with Lawrence Okolie. And again, Joshua, a big dude, but you see Lawrence Okolie, and he probably was cruiserweight back then. I mean, I don't know exactly when this picture was taken, but he's only like an inch shorter than Anthony Joshua. And now, as he's moved up to the full heavyweight, he has filled out more. You see, he looks even bigger than when he was a cruiserweight. Now, I got to research it, but I want to say I thought Lawrence Okolie was injured.
Sean Jones reacted to Jake's comments and said Jake truly believes he can beat Anthony Joshua. Some people may see this confidence as too bold, but it is important for top-level competition. Fighters need to picture winning and stay mentally strong. Jake's belief in himself is a key part of how he prepares.
Of taking dives, it's a really harsh punishment. So let's just say in the mad world that we live in that Joshua somehow loses this fight. The big narrative is going to be that Joshua took a dive for the money. Do you honestly think he would risk his entire life, his reputation and his legacy for Jake Paul? Of course not. So I just think we need to drop this narrative that if Anthony Joshua loses, he took a dive. And look, I did actually say that in my first video announcing this fight. I said if Joshua loses, how is it not rigged? However, I was exaggerating, I wasn't being serious. So let's jump into some footage of Jake Paul watching Joshua and listen to what he says after he finishes watching this Joshua video.
I just really like, I've got a good team, I've been through ups and downs, I've stood the test of time, I'm passionate, I'm hungry, and I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So.
What a jolly lad he is, you know? Just a bubbly guy. Bubbly guy. Gotta love him, bro. Gotta love him, but he's gonna fucking die. Look at this, bro. I'm always training.
I can't get over the fact that Jake Paul just said Anthony Joshua is going to die with extreme confidence. It's like he knows something that we don't know. In all honesty, I was thinking, do I put £1,000 on Jake Paul to win and potentially make 8-10 grand back? But I'm not really a betting guy. Every time I put money on the line, I always get the prediction wrong. I might put 20 quid on Jake Paul to win. That should get me about £160. So I might be able to get a one-legged prosy in Dubai with that. Oh, okay. And it's not just Jake that's confident, it's his whole team.
That's what I'm gonna get Isola for Christmas. Anthony Joshua's head, nigga, just on the platter.
I mean, as they should be. But when someone's going into a fight that they know they're going to lose, generally you can sense it. The stuff that the fighter says, they never really answer the questions directly. They never make a solid prediction. The coaches will kind of dance around the topic. They will overly praise the opponent a little bit too much.
Eddie Hearn talks about the fight between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, pointing out the big size and skill difference. He says AJ can end the fight anytime depending on how Jake moves. Jake, being closer to cruiserweight, might last a round or two by dodging and holding, but one clean punch could end it fast. Hearn warns that AJ won't take it easy, and if Jake tries to trade punches, it could be dangerous. He finishes by saying they want to end it quickly and enjoy the win.
Real quick before I get out of here, Jake Paul, AJ, what round does AJ do with him?
Whenever he wants.
Just tell me.
Whenever he wants. But, you know, it's like, it doesn't... Jake Paul, obviously he's not a heavyweight, right? Or he's a cruiserweight. For a heavyweight, he will move well with decent speed. So it all depends what Jake Paul does. If he wants to go in there and somehow try and survive 1 round, 2 rounds, by moving around, holding, like, you know, there is a chance to do it. As soon as he gets hit clean on the chin, the fight's over. So when that will come, it could come in the first 20 seconds. It might come in the 3rd round. I don't know. Like,
is AJ going to carry him?
No, absolutely never, ever, ever, ever. Because if you carry people in boxing, it's also dangerous. Like, you can't. You know, at the end of the day, Jake Paul is not, in my opinion, a world-class fighter. He can still punch. He's a decent size, and if you fuck around, and then you end up trading up and getting caught, how embarrassing would that be? So we want him out of there ASAP, and we want to take the money, and we want to go and have a nice Christmas.
Barry Jones, a former Welsh boxer and analyst, adds his view. He wishes Anthony Joshua well and says this fight won't be fixed. The matchup is real and fair, showing the sport's honesty. Having experts and former fighters talk about the fight proves Jake Paul is growing as a serious contender, with his training and skills being judged alongside top professionals.
Professional game with this Jake Paul fight. Obviously, I saw Wilder, he disagreed with that comment. What do you make of that? When you see Anthony Joshua taking however much money to fight Jake Paul, do you think he's done in the professional game?
If he is, it's his last fight, good for him. I'm not just saying to be his friend, I don't care. I mean, good for him. I mean, what a way to go. 50 million, even if it's half of that, it's like, it feels like free money. I mean, Jake Paul might prove us all wrong. I mean, but you wouldn't bet a penny on it, would you? I mean, people go out the first right hand that Joshua hits him with, forget about that. The first proper jab he hits him with should be enough for Jake Paul to go, oh, I don't fancy this. And then the downfall starts very quickly. That's what should happen. What happens, we're not quite sure. Because, you know, it won't be a fix. I mean, you can't say that because you'll get sued. Yeah. And also, it's a federal offence. But you can carry a fighter. You can do what you want in that ring. I mean, you can make the fight go long or short. And Joshua, you think, would have the size and ability to do that. So he can do what he wants. And so there might not be an agreement there, but he might want to take it long. I don't think he would. For the sake of boxing, you think he'd want to knock him out. But when Mayweather boxed McGregor, no, for the sake of boxing's sake, he could have got rid of him in 2 rounds. And he could have. And he chose not to. For whatever reason, maybe for a want for another rematch, he made it look competitive. And McGregor, I'm not saying he's a bad boxer, but you know, you're talking about different levels. It's crazy. I mean, I was on doing Sky podcast the other week, which I do every other week, and we had Vidal Riley in, British cruiserweight champion, a very, very good fighter on the up. And we said to him, if you were boxing Anthony Joshua tomorrow, it would be a mismatch. There's no disrespect to you. You're too small. You want a British title. You're on the way to European level and maybe world level. I think he probably will get there.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.